Welcome back to the Hiace build. In this video I'm going to show you the process of me building the platform for the bed. In this first clip you can see a piece of plywood with some templating on it. This is what it looked like after I cut the sheets out. I split them right down the middle and attached them to the van with the 6 bolts on each piece and cut out little holes for the shocks if I have to service them. Here it is, pretty much halfway built. Added drawer guides on each side so I can have these large drawers that support a lot of weight to pull out and have all of my stuff in them. You can see I reinforced some of the corners with those brackets just to make it a little more sturdy. All of this is made out of 3/4 inch maple finish plywood, and you can see I also routed out some slots for dividers to slide in. Here's a view from the front. You can see I relocated that speaker on the right, or else it was going to be completely buried underneath the bed. I just built a small box for it and extended the wiring so I could just plug it right in. The box, I will admit, is not fantastic, but it's going to work. I drilled these ventilation holes into the little space for my clothing so they can, get some airflow. It's not all stale air in there. Cabinet's gonna go on this wall. Gonna have to figure out how to cut the back out, but we'll figure it out. Here's the second drawer laid out. This is the bottom piece you're looking at, and the first two were the sides. I used router to route out these slots for the dividers, and here it is, mostly built. Everything is screwed in, and this is how I secured it, just with some 2-inch wood screws. Pre-sunk them so they would be flush with the bottom. Look from the inside real quick, and then here it is installed with some dividers in it. The next thing I gotta do is add some faces. And most of the idea with this build is that I can pull these 2 long drawers out and be able to use the platform as a sort of table or a cooking space, or just somewhere that I can, work if I have to, but specifically for cooking my food. These are the drawers fully extended. The back hatch still covers this space, luckily. These are the tops that I cut out. I slotted out the sides so I could have a little bit more room to access things. Here's the front. I extended some speaker wires, and I'll be putting 2 faces on that. Another look through the back to see the slots that I cut out for more storage. Did my best to sand down the sharp edges, make sure my hand's not going to get sliced on anything. Here are the 2 faces. I cut them out and used a router on the top edge for a bit of a smoother finish, so I can open and close the drawers without, injuring myself on a sharp piece of ply. I believe this is the clip where I'm about to test. Yep, here it is. Alright. This is the table. So it's just gonna sit loose back there under the mattress, and I can pull it out whenever I need to use it. And here are the 2 faces on. I used brackets to attach them from the back so you couldn't see face screws. I also had to add those little latches because they kept opening while I was accelerating. It was bonking the back. And through the side door here, I made a little leeway on the cabinet here. Didn't film any of it, of course, for some reason. And the 2 sliding doors have been installed with a little detail on the face to, stick your hand in and to open and close it. Ventilation holes, as I said earlier, gonna keep everything nice and ventilated. And reused some doors that I found on a job site and it has some RV latches, so you know they'll stay in place while I'm driving. Hopefully, I still got to make a little room for the door to open all the way for the bed, and I added a little extended shelf on that deal just to utilize all the space. Got caught there a little bit, but I'll fix that later. I didn't want to block off the heat vents, so this is what I did. I just raised the cabinet about 2 inches, and all the air from the vents will flow underneath it, so I'm not going to block anything or cause any hazards. Moving on to this second speaker, I knew I had to move this one too, but since the cabinet was going on this side, I wasn't sure exactly what to do. I ended up just building this small box out of the same plywood I've used with everything. You think I used enough screws? I mean, I don't know. might not be enough, but it's a decent little box. I mean, I don't have experience building speaker boxes, but there's no math behind it. They're also just stock speakers. Here it is installed. I screwed it from the bottom to attach it to the top of that cabinet. There's a little bit of storage back there, and I ended up adding some clips to hold those doors closed later. I also installed a combo smoke and carbon monoxide detector. You can see there on the side of the bed. I'll just have to put some batteries in that before I head out. But that's about it. I will include a picture here of the mattress put in there and a little carpet down there. Thanks, IKEA. And all I need is a couple pillows back there and a blanket. Call it good and live in that for the rest of my life, man. So that's about it. Thanks for tuning in, and stick around to watch more car videos.